I thought getting our Cougar ready for the next camping trip would be pretty straightforward. Installing a tire pressure monitoring system, and finally figure out if my Blue Ox hitch was set up the way it should be. Neither upgrade went exactly the way I expected, but by the end of the day, I learned a few things I wish I'd known sooner. If you're towing an RV like ours, these are upgrades that can make a real difference before your next trip.
Today isn't a camping trip. It's one of those weekends that happens between camping trips, and I'm heading over to our RV storage lot to install a tire pressure monitoring system that I've been putting off for a while. Then later this week, we've got another important safety upgrade planned before our next adventure. This is the Lippert Tire Linc system. I actually found it on Amazon for about $80, less than buying it directly from Lippert, after scanning the QR code that came pre-installed on our RV. I think it's the exact same system, but honestly, I won't know until I get everything installed and working.
Once I opened the box, I realized I was not going to need everything that came with it. The kit also includes locking nuts to help keep the sensors from being removed. I decided to skip those for now. It was already getting really hot outside, and I wanted to keep the installation simple. If I decide I want the extra security later, I can always come back and add them. One thing that confused me at first was this repeater module. Our Cougar actually came pre-wired for the Tire Linc system from the factory, so this part was already installed in the front storage compartment. That meant all I really needed from this kit were the tire pressure sensors. Since the RV was already pre-wired from the factory, this part was actually pretty simple. I removed the protective cover, installed the Tire Linc module, and powered it on. With the module installed, the next step was connecting everything through the Tire Linc app. If this worked, I know I had bought the right system and could finally move on to installing the sensors. A few moments later, the app found the new module and everything paired successfully. That was a relief, but I wasn't done yet. The tire pressure sensors ended up being the most challenging part of the entire installation. Installing the first two sensors was pretty straightforward, and at that point, I figured the rest would go just as smoothly. That's when I ran into my first problem. I installed the third and fourth sensors before pairing them, and the app just kept giving me a sensor not found error. After a little trial and error, I finally figured out what was happening. The trick is to install and pair each sensor one at a time. Once I backed up and paired each sensor individually, everything worked exactly the way it was supposed to. Once everything was paired, the system finally came to life. I can now monitor all 4 trailer tires right from the truck's display through Android Auto or from the Tire Linc app on my phone. Along with tire pressure, it also monitors each tire's temperature and will alert me if something is not right. Seeing all 4 tires reporting normally meant the installation was finally complete.
Alright, everything's installed and it looks like it's working. This is one of those upgrades that I probably should have done sooner. Now I'll be able to monitor the trailer tires before we leave and while we're towing. That's one more thing checked off before our next camping trip.
The TPS was not the only thing I wanted to improve before our next trip. Ever since buying our Cougar, I've been wondering if my Blue Ox hitch was set up correctly. It always seemed to sit lower than I expected, and after a few trips, I started noticing just how little ground clearance I really had. Before changing anything, I wanted to document exactly how the hitch looked, so we'd have something to compare to after Walnut Ridge made their adjustments.
Recently weighed the tongue.
Okay.
I bought like a tongue scale, and I weighed the RV, and it's at 1,050 pounds.
Okay.
The tongue weight.
Yeah.
I know this truck has about a 1,500 capacity, payload capacity, so I'm like right up against the weight, or maybe a little bit over once I get everything loaded. Is that going to make a difference how this is configured? Or?
So this won't be configured differently, but that's why you got that equalizer hitch. Is so that you can tighten up on those bars. That actually reduces the tongue weight. What that's going to do is that tongue weight is a very specific weight right on the edge of that.
Yeah.
Those bars will help bring that up, so it will actually reduce that tongue weight. In this picture is probably a good five inches or so lower than what this was.
Wow. So if I move it up on the bars, it'll put the.
So whenever you take those links, you'll gain. So for every link, you'll get about 1.5 inches of height on the rear of the truck. But you're squatted down quite a bit there.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Ideally, you want your front gap there and your rear gap to be the same whenever you're loaded.
After talking everything through with Trent, Walnut Ridge replaced my original 9-hole shank with this new 7-hole version. The goal was to improve the overall hitch setup and give me a little more ground clearance than I had before. He also recommended moving up one chain link on the weight distribution bars. That should help the truck and trailer sit a little better together, but the real test will be the next time we tow. One thing I really appreciated is that they had me keep my original shank, so if I ever move to a bigger truck like a F-250, I can come back and have the hitch adjusted again instead of starting over. For now, that's 2 important towing upgrades checked off the list. The TPMS is installed, the hitch has been adjusted, and I feel a lot better about our setup than I did just a few days ago. Hopefully these changes make towing a Cougar 26LBW a little safer and give us a little more peace of mind every time we head down the road. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.